Hi, so this would be the second last little demonstration of this particular painting, which was just the last phase of it, just basically putting down the linear work and tidying it up and cleaning it up as I feel towards the end, because it's virtually finished. But what was interesting with this particular one, I had the door open and the light coming in from the outside, because it's very dry there. For instance, with the linseed oil, the reflections of the light is very reflective, and then the lines I'm putting on with the this brown with black and linseed oil kind of gave you this mark which shows very clearly, which is quite nice in a way, because it really demonstrates how I put the line in there towards the end of the picture to kind of clean it up. So it's not exactly as it looks in real life, but I think in this particular case the light actually did me a bit of a favor. It demonstrates quite clearly how I like to finish off this kind of style of painting. I mean, I could have also left the picture as it was, but I just found it was still unresolved. It didn't have that sort of polished finish. So here now with the flare brush again, I would just come in and sort of dilute a little bit the line work, because the line work is mixed with linseed oil, black and brown. And here I will just put in a little bit of turpentine on the brush to kind of just soften and let it run watercolory right across and push it in as and then the subtleties in color and tone and painting mixes itself again on the canvas. So I do find I get a whole lot of lovely subtle little tones and colors that sort of come in with the final blend, and it does tidy up the picture and structure it, and in places where I find it necessary. I mean, I wouldn't do it all over because I would probably just destroy the painting. So it's quite a relaxing, settling it's a quiet time of the painting, and it's sort of safe and not too demanding, because all the lines and the brush marks have already been put down and so on. So this is kind of fun part of it. And here we go into this is like a little journey through the painting. There's slightly more detail and different tones and colors. Here's the cooler area where I would probably mix a Prussian blue or ultramarine with some black and linseed oil, of course. And then when I come with a little flare brush, a little bit of turpentine, push it in and break the line here and there where I feel necessary. And it's the same repetition at this point. There's not much variation in these final videos, so I'm not going to labor it too much, because I've kind of already said in the previous video what I'm doing here is just a continuation of the same thing. I'll probably do my last session today and finish the painting off and do another short demonstration, whatever, like this, of the final one, and then move on to the next picture, because I can't dilly-dally too long on one painting. There's a good example of how the turpentine softens and how the whole image just suddenly, it's very subtle once this comes in, these changes, but I find they do give the painting at the end of the day a more finished and polished look. Although one must be just careful not to become too tight and stiff with it, and let the paint flow again, because I do like the Happy Accidents painting in that sort of style, and having that unexpectedness in there, and there's still a kind of a looseness in this sort of way of approaching it. And there's not really much more I can say. Just want to let the brush do its work, and if I do find I need to say something, I will, but I think it kind of speaks for itself right now as it goes. And this is feeling all the way, and instinct and pure fun, pure joy. Really it is. So all the hard work's been done with the marks and the previous thinking and so on. And at this stage of a picture, one should actually also be in a more relaxed state, because the colors, the composition, tone has been established, and this is playtime, completely playtime. And what fun to This is a nice way to pass the day. It goes quite quickly. Okay, here I'm in the reds now, so this would be a rose madder vermilion, a nice red with a touch of black in it. And of course, that's got pure linseed oil as a medium here in the linear area. Because if I did the brush here with the flare brush and I put linseed oil on that as well, it would make it a little bit too muddy and stodgy, and turpentine does tend to just give you that playful edge, because this is all very subtle, fine touching in the end, you know. We're not actually changing anything, it's working into what there already is and refining it a little bit. And that's sort of, I took this picture outside, it's a little bit clearer, a little bit out of focus, but that's sort of the second out. Tomorrow I'll finish it in the last one. And that's going to be it. And yeah, we'll move on to the next painting. Thank you.